All right. We are live right now. Thank you everybody for joining us today. Let me give a couple of minutes for everybody to come in. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So if we're just kind of getting a couple of few minutes so everybody jump in so we can start this great hangout we have right here. So if you can just go ahead and refresh the screen, we will go ahead and get started. Okay, my friends. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nestor Idome, the Make Money from Home Dad. And today I'm going to be talking about a huge opportunity that we have kind of mastermind over in being able to help people, families generate $1,000 in residual income. So it's so amazing to be able to have this opportunity in front of us. But before I start, I kind of want to just talk to you a little bit about myself, because there might be some of you guys in here who really don't know who I am, and I just kind of want to be able to introduce myself. And well, like I said, I'm Nestor Idome. I've been in the business arena for about 9 years, a little bit more than 9 years actually. But I say 9 years because that's when I seriously took a decision to become an entrepreneur about 9 years ago, and ever since then, I basically found out my why in life, my why about why I want to do this, and basically it was because I didn't want a job. I didn't want a job. I didn't want to work. Because I wanted to spend time with my family. It wasn't because I wasn't lazy. It wasn't because I wasn't willing to do it, because I was doing it for most of those years as I was working, as I was building my businesses. But it was more because I wanted to be able to provide for my family, be able to be with my family. So I started this journey, and that took me through several businesses that I opened up, where I made money and I lost money in some of them. And for instance, like when I bought a vending machine, I made a route, a 40 location route, but when I started it, it cost me $15,000. I actually had to borrow money to be able to get and purchase those machines, only to find out later on that I could have gotten all those machines for basically half the price if I would have actually done a little research. So I learned how to do research now. It's something very important for me now. I don't join anything unless I research it really thoroughly, because of that same exact problem that I have right there. But as we went along, the whole thing. Sorry, my good friend Raven just joined us right here. Um, but let me just go ahead and keep on talking about my story. As as I as I continue my entrepreneur journey, uh, finally as I was saying, okay, I'm in the right path. I'm doing the right actions, and then I decided that I needed to be make it bigger, do a bigger decision. So that's when I decided to be basically sell my home, make the big mistake of moving my wife into my parents' house for the second time actually, and use that money to purchase a restaurant. Use that money to purchase a restaurant. So I had a restaurant, and for 5 years I was working there, and until I found myself slaving away in my own restaurant, only to go home tired and not having the energy to spend the time that I needed to spend with my family, the time that my daughter needed from me, the time that my wife needed from me. So because of that, that's when I kind of sat down and really looked at my journey, really looked at how I was building my businesses, and I saw that I was totally going the opposite way from my why. Because my why was not to work, my why was not to have a job, because I wanted to be able to stay home with my family. And what I was doing is I was creating a job. And the bigger the businesses that I created, the more of the trap I was creating around myself. So I knew that I needed to find something better, something simpler, something that I could be able to share with people, and still be able to have a life, build my business and have a life. And so I just made a decision. I sold the restaurant, and that's when I started to search again. I started to do my research now very thoroughly about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to build my life with my business. And that's when I found the world of online marketing. And one of the things that I found in online marketing and a lot of the people who are in multi-level businesses is that a lot of people sometimes tend to think that, you know, $25, $100, $1,000, $5,000 is a lot of money. But when me coming from where I came from, spending $15,000 for something that I could have had half off, spending $70,000 on a restaurant, basically this is junk change. And that $70,000 for the restaurant, to be honest, I got it at a discount. I got it at a very, very big discount, because usually restaurants go for like, you know, $200,000, $300,000 or more. So, you know, when we talk about $25, $100 or whatever, that's junk change, to be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's not a lot of money, because it is. I mean, it pays a lot of bills for some people, but it's not a I will say, if you're deciding to be in business, you know, that's not a lot of money compared to what businesses cost out there outside of the online world. And so what I want to share with you today, and we're going to share with you right here today, is why we chose this vehicle, which is called Empower Network. Why we chose Empower Network as our vehicle to be able to find that better future for ourselves. And so I'm going to be sharing some stuff about that. I'm gonna have Raven share some of her reasons why she chose why to be in Empower Network. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more of the details of how the system works. But I want to spend more about the why we did this, so you can kind of understand our mindset, because we do have the other steps, the other videos that explains it more in detail. We have, I encourage you to watch the compensation plan video we made, where it explains step by step what we're talking about. It explains how you're going to make money. Of course, there's a disclaimer. There's an income disclaimer down on the bottom of that video too. But it explains to you, and it takes you step by step, basically giving you the math and adding it up, and how you're going to be able to earn the $1,000. But very quickly, I'm just going to kind of give you a preview before we start, is that the simplicity that I found, that we found over here with Empower Network and its system, is that you are able to make $1,000 with only 12 people. And as I done my research, as we did my research with other companies, I really didn't see any other company where you were able to do that, where you were able to build a team of 12 people and be able to make $1,000. I really haven't found anything like that. I've found stuff that get close to it, but this is the one that is like the best that I found, the best of the best. And this is the one where I planted my flag, where I'm gonna, you know, just take it all the way through, because this is the one that's actually making me be able to stay at home and having me the ability to be able to call myself the Make Money from Home Dad, because, you know, that's what I do. I make money from home. I don't work. I don't do a job. So with that, the reason that I chose Empower Network was basically similar to what I said right now. It's giving me the ability to be able to stay at home. And at the same time, I love it because it gives you 100% commission. So for the people who are new to this, Empower Network gives 100% commissions on most of its products. I would say like 90% of the products, it gives 90% commissions. And that's why we are able to use this vehicle to create massive income because of that. Okay. So and another reason is because the two products that we're going to be talking about, because we're going to be concentrating with this program on two products, is the blogging viral platform, which is basically a website. It's a blog. It's a website you can, you know, configure however you want. But Empower Network already designed it to be the most efficient way that it can to be able to convert sales. And that I love that idea. And at the same time, I love that idea that I really didn't have to design anything or have anything being really complicated, because back in, I would say, I forgot what year it was, but I was still in college. I even got HTML classes because I got the idea, and one of my businesses was to, I built a website on my own, HTML and everything, And I went out there to businesses pitching them the idea to put coupons on this website, and I was gonna be able to make the money. Of course, that idea totally bombed. It took me more time to just be there trying to tweak this and trying to tweak that and learn HTML. It was just horrible. It was just a horrible experience that I don't wish on anybody. And that's one of the other reasons why I love Empower Network here, because of that. The other thing about it I love the Power Network was because it has the other product, the inner circles. I'm so into mindset because I know that when you build your mindset, that's how you're building the foundation to be able to produce anything in your life. We can give you all the how-tos. We can give you, exactly step by step how to go out there in Facebook and market, how to do that, which we will in this team. We will be doing that stuff. Sorry about that. My phone. We will be doing that stuff, but it's not going to really work unless you're building your mindset. So that's why that product, the Inner Circle Audios, is 6-figure, 7-figure earner marketers teaching you and explaining you some of the how-tos, but explaining you also, what they went through to be able to reach the goals that they reached. So with those two products combined, is the foundation of a great business, because not only will you have your home on the on the internet by having your own website that you have total control over every single thing that it has, you'll also have the ability to tap into this Inner Circle audios and listen to them on a daily basis to be able to build and fortify your mind so that you can move forward with your goals. Of course, the Empower Network does have other great products that we really won't get into them right here because we don't want to confuse you with all these products. But they are great products that we will be talking to you in future session, especially if you get into the team. We'll talk to you about the benefits and how they can work for you because they are 100% commission. But again, talking about these two products, I love these two products because they give out 100% commission on a residual income, which is basically on a month-to-month based income. And that's why I love it, because you're able to create a monthly residual income. Because if you're selling a product that, fine, you can make a big money, like $1,000 or $5,000 or whatever it is that you're selling right now, you have to basically go out there and find another customer to sell it to. With these products, the great thing is that you don't. As long as you concentrate on good customer service, a good relationship with your team, and you're helping them, they're gonna stay there with you for a long time, and that creates a residual income, and that's the beauty of it, that you're getting 100% of that residual income. So those are some of the reasons that I love Empower Network. I love the products. And like I said, I was focusing on these products because those are the products that we're going to be focusing on this group right here. We will be, getting you connected with our team when you join. We have a great back office where it has daily training. We have daily training that you can join in the morning so you can build your mindset even more. We have training sessions. We have all these good tools and products that you get also just for being part of the team. But I just kind of want to go ahead and introduce Raven right here. I want her to give her take, let her tell you a little bit about her story and about why she loves Empower Network and why it's a good idea to join our team. Okay, so let's go ahead and give a little bit of attention to Raven Knight, because I'm always loving what she says. Go ahead, Raven.
Had to unmute there. Hi, yes, so I am Raven Knight, as Nestor said. I'm a single mother living in Northern Ontario, and my entrepreneur journey really started probably about 12 years ago or so. I had 2 little kids, and I was working full-time. My husband was away on business quite a bit, and then, like many women do, I left my career to follow my husband to a new city because of his career. And when I arrived here, which is the city I'm in now, I found out that the qualifications for the job I was doing, I was teaching children with special needs in the school board. The qualifications for the school board here were not the same as the qualifications there. So I no longer was qualified to do the job I had been doing for like 10 years. So now all of a sudden I had to figure out what I was going to do. But I also had two little kids at the time and really didn't want to spend so much time away from home. So that's where my entrepreneur journey started. And I started by having my own business. I opened a little shop, and because it was my own, I could have my kids there with me if I wanted to. And I did that for probably another maybe 8 years. I did this, my shop, my new age shop, and had my kids with me and sometimes not. But then I would say probably about 6 years ago, I discovered internet marketing, and I thought, wow, hey, here's something where I don't have to go now to somewhere. I can work online, I can work from home. And so I joined a couple companies, and I won't say the names of the companies, but I joined some companies, and what happened was, and at this point, I'm now single, so I moved because of my husband, and then he moved because of his career again, and I didn't. So now I've become a single mother trying to cope with finances and taking care of my kids and being there for my kids, but yet still having enough money to pay the mortgage. And the online companies I had joined, I ended up spending hours and hours and hours, and I don't know if you can relate to this, Nestor, but I spent a lot of hours on the phone. And I do not like the phone. I'm not a phone person. I don't like talking on the phone, and I don't like pushing people to buy stuff. So I'm not as strong at sales, and although I'm good at talking, I am a talker. I don't like talking on the telephone. So it just became like such a chore that I didn't like it anymore. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy what I was doing. There were times when I was invited to do training sessions, so I was doing like webinars and training people, and I enjoyed that. That for me was great. I loved that. But I had to make sales, and the only way you could make sales in that company was by talking to people on the phone, and I hated that. So I ended up leaving. I did make a little bit of money, not a lot. Ended up leaving, and I ended up leaving the whole industry. I got a job as teaching small businesses for a local company or a local nonprofit organization. I was teaching small businesses how to do business startup and stuff like that, and giving them a lot of courses on how to run certain aspects of your business. And so that was a lot of fun because I was working directly with people, and I was making a good income from that. But then as nonprofits go, they lost their funding, and so I no longer had a job. And then I started taking on a student. I was homeschooling another special needs student who moved away. So then I found myself again without a job. So I went back to the online industry, and that's when I found Empower Network. And I was really excited by this because I think one of the first videos, besides for my sponsors video, one of the first videos I saw was one of our co-founders, Dave Wood, saying, "Put down the phone and pick up the paycheck." And I was like, no phoning? Really? I'm in. Sign me up right now. And I did. I signed up right then and there. I was super excited. I signed up, and I got that inner circle that Nestor was talking about, which really, I was at a really kind of down point in my life at that point. You know, I was feeling kind of just not motivated, let's say this, in life in general. And those inner circle audios not only got me feeling like I want to succeed in this business, they got me feeling like I want to succeed in my life. They got me feeling motivated and just really wanting to expand. And all the enforcement on reading daily and working on your personal development and working on yourself, you know, all those things just kind of reinforce stuff that some of it I already knew, but I hadn't been putting into action, you know. And so it really got me like, okay, let's put this into action. Let's do this. And I am in such a better place, like emotionally, and you know, I just really feel motivated to take on the world, you know, in a good way, and do positive things. So that for me was really the kicker. And then I started kind of learning stuff and picking up. I started signing. I signed a couple people up, so I was pretty excited about that. And actually, one of the people I signed up was someone that was with me in the former company several years ago. So that was kind of neat. And then I went to this event because they have these events every 3 months. And I went to this event, and that's where I met Nestor and some other guys that we do weekly hangouts with, or almost weekly. And it was just like, wow, here's a community. And these are people that are real people. There's not like 5 or 6 internet gurus standing up there being like, hey, I'm the one making all the money and nothing for anybody else. No, this was real people, and everybody was real and friendly. And I in the time that I've been seeing people who, you know, started from like started from the beginning, some who had come in already with some experience and some knowledge and some lists, and some who didn't. And I've seen people go from like down here to up here, not just in income, but in their life. You know, we've seen people who've been like crippled and made income from bed and able to buy the surgery she needed to heal, and that was like so inspiring to me. And just the community of people that are like so supportive of each other. And there's all these little groups within the company. There's a company as a whole, and everybody supports everybody as a whole, but then there's little groups within the company that support, you know, each other. And that's kind of what this is, what this $1,000 club is. It's just another little club within the company. So we're not like pitching some brand new company that we haven't been in. This is the same company that we've been in for the last, you know, year or whatever. And we're just starting a new little club to really empower people to, you know, get that $1,000 a month, you know, get that $1,000 a month. And that's just a start. We don't want people to do like, hey, I'm making $1,000 a month and stay there. You can expand it from there, but of course, like Nestor said, you know, no incomes are guaranteed. It's all in what you put in, and you know, sorry, there goes my dog. So I will turn it back over to Nestor, and we'll move forward.
Awesome, Raven. That's great. You know, thank you for your story. I love listening to it. Like Raven said, I mean, it's not just the end when it comes to the $1,000. This is like a group within a group, but we are still in the same company, like Raven said. What happened is that we saw an opportunity within the company to create a new way of presenting it to you, a new way of bringing the same great products, the same great system, just to be able to see it from just a different angle. So that's why you know it is kind of like a club that we created within this society, this community. And so it's just that we're making it where it's simple. We're just taking all the parts, making it as simple as we can, something that is already simple, but we're making it even more simpler, because I've seen it through my journey here in this company. Within about a year that I've been with it, is that I've seen that, you know, there's some people who succeed, some others who don't succeed. I've been seeing my struggles and what's going on with me, and how, you know, how I've been able to produce some results and be able to, you know, help people. So when I kind of saw the math that you can see in the compensation plan video, you'll realize how powerful this is. Because I'm just going to give you a little preview of what it is, because the compensation plan video really explains exactly how it works. But what we do to be able to empower our team, to be able to empower the people who join us within this community right here, is we found out that by surveying, we surveyed about, like, it was about 5,000 other marketers, 5,000 other people, and they were asked questions, and questions about, why this, why that. But one of the questions that really caught on to me, that I saw, was about the question that how much money they wanted to make. Because there's a lot of pitches out there about, hey, how to make 30,000, how to make 100,000, how to make that, which you have the potential to do, and you can reach it, definitely can reach it, because there's many people who reach it here. But first, we figured out that there's milestones that you have to reach before you actually get there. And when these people were asked a question about how much money do they really want, most of the people answered that they only want to make about a few $1,000s a month. I mean, maybe 5,000, maybe up the most $10,000. So we're seeing that most of the people that are out there really only want to make, in the $1,000 range. Of course, if they can make more, they will. But that's what I see. What we saw is basically what their belief level is. Their belief level is at $1,000-some, right? Maybe 1,000, maybe $5,000. Because just ask yourself, do you believe right now that if you get into a system, you can start making $30,000 in 30 days? Most people will say, yeah, I love that, but most people won't believe it. So what I produced here was basically a way to get people to that milestone, which is $1,000 per month. And what it is that we have the first milestone is basically what everybody has to get to, no matter what business. The great thing in this one is that when you reach your first milestone and you share this information with others, invite people to the future hangouts that we're going to be doing here, and you're with the training that we're going to be giving you, with the first customer, which is the first milestone, you're going to be able to basically pay both the blogging system and the inner circle system. You're going to be able to pay it with one person. Unheard. I've never heard of any other company where you start, first of all, most companies don't pay you with the first customer. You got to get like at least 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever before you start getting paid. With this one, the first one, 100% commission, you start paying your system. So that's the first milestone. The second milestone is basically helping you get that third person as quick as we can, because that's what's going to happen is that if you see it in the compensation plan, you'll notice that not only is your system going to be being paid for, you're going to be able to earn a $100 residual income. So your system's being paid for, and you're still keeping $100 in residual income. The beauty about this milestone is that once you reach it, and you don't have to worry about your paying that monthly due, and you still have a little bit of money. It's not a lot, $100. It might be a lot for some people, but it relatively is not a lot. But that just gives you some of the freedom to be able to push it hard, to be able to study right? Because you can think about this. If you have in a poor country, right, where there's not a lot of food out there or something, and there's a lot of people who say, how come these people don't produce more, don't live up to their expectations or something like that? Well, how can you learn anything if you're hungry, right? How can you learn anything in school when you're hungry? First, you gotta feed yourself. So that's how I see it in the world, is that we gotta go out there and first we gotta feed people. We gotta feed people with something so they won't be starving anymore. So that's what that second milestone is. It's basically you're being fed. You don't have to worry about it anymore. That clears it up to be able to really plug in the system, we plug into the team, and start producing some results, start producing some actions to get to the milestone number 3 that we call is basically the $1,000 residual income. So once you get a team of 12, just 12, you will be making a $1,000 residual income. And from there, the sky's the limit. From there, there's other milestones, but right now you only worry about 3. Just reach your first, second, and third, and we'll be helping you, step by step how to reach that stuff by, giving you the tools like these hangouts that we're gonna be doing for you guys. So we're gonna be helping you. Like Raven said, we don't like to sell. We don't really like to do that, but we know that if we are able to just get this message out there, it'll resonate with enough people that will give us results. Because our goal is to be able to have 1,000 families reach a residual income of $1,000 per month in the year of 2013. And with that, that's what we need to be able to, be able to go out there and produce that massive result. Because how beautiful would it be when once we get to that goal, once we reach that goal of 1,000, then we'll go for more. But for right now, let's concentrate on those 1,000 families that we can help, get a $1,000 residual income with. Because we're talking about $1,000 residual income. That is a very, very big cushion and breathing, so you can be able to just feel free and really start to produce. Because like I said, you can't really produce, you can't really work when you're hungry. I mean, you got to go eat first. So that's what we're going to be doing here, is we're going to be helping you, get hungry and then eventually get stuffed, right? And help other people get stuffed. So with that, my friend, that's basically what this message is all about. If there is a join us button on the bottom of this page that you can more than welcome start running with us. Join whoever invited you here, get in contact with them, and then we're gonna start, working as a team. Right now we're just in the preliminary stages, so we will be building Facebook groups. We will be doing more of these hangouts in a weekly basis. We'll be communicating with you. You won't be alone. No matter who you join, no matter where you come from, you will have access to all of us. So because we will be working as a team, we will be running as a team. So you'll have everything that you'll be able to need. Also, if you do have more questions, if you kind of, you still have some concerns, there is a button that says, more information. So push that button. It'll take you to these 4 videos where it'll teach you exactly step by step. That's where the compensation plan is. That's where the what is Empower Network is. And also at the end there's a video where it'll take you, once you decide to run with us, you watch that video because it tells you step by step, literally, what buttons to push, how to do everything to be able to produce, to be able to join our team. Okay, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us on this video. I want to give a little bit, maybe a minute or two for you to say goodbye to you. Go ahead, Raven.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one quick thing, is that we're not telling people to, quit your jobs or quit whatever you're doing and make this $1,000. This is to add to whatever income you have. Just spend a couple hours here and there and add to your present income. And when you replace your income, and that's the time when you quit your job. Once your income has been replaced, once you're already making enough residual income that you're beyond whatever it is you're making in your job that you hate, then you can quit your job. So don't quit your job until after you have replaced your income. So it's just something like that. And like Nestor said, we've got buttons. You can join us. You can ask us questions. We will be creating some groups where you can get advice and have questions answered from anybody in the group who's, in the business and who's learning and growing. So we're happy to get this started, and the vision of helping 1,000 families to get that extra $1,000 in their pockets, in their bank account, just to help them to have a better life. And that's what we want to do. We want to help people, and that's why we're here.
Exactly perfect. I mean, that's what it's all about. Is that we're not telling you to quit your job, like Ray said. We're not telling you to do any of that stuff yet. Once you hit, that's gonna be one of the milestones in the future, is to be able to hit that. But for right now, don't worry about that. Just worry about mile number stone. Actually, a pre-milestone is actually just making the decision to join. That's one of the milestones that you will have. It's just making the decision, and it's not a hard decision. Go through the videos. It'll tell you exactly how much it costs. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do, and it'll tell you everything. Okay, there's no. We're trying to be as crystal clear as we can with this system right here, telling you everything exactly how it's going to happen, so you won't have any surprises when you come into the team. We're trying to do as much as clarity as we can to make it as simple as we can. But with that, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this video. We will be having these on a weekly basis, so keep in tune with that. Check Facebook. Keep in contact with us so we can, and also so you can join us on a weekly basis. But go ahead and just click that button if you're ready to join. If not, just go read that information. With that, my friends, thank you so much. Thank you, Raven, for joining us right here for your information. That was
No
great,
problem.
and we'll see you guys next week in a hangout. Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.